Hello everyone, this is Everything Horror, where we love to talk about everything horror. And on today's video, we are going to tackle The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I don't know what that all was about. Okay, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is directed by Michael Chavez. He's on the task of following up James Wan's The Conjuring 2. I have to say that is a hard task to tackle. This film stars Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson. They play Ed and Lorraine Warren, as we all know. It also stars Rory O'Connor, Sterling Jerrins, and Julian Hilliard. This film surrounds the, I guess, pretty famous case, the Devil Made Me Do It case. And, you know, this is a thing to remember, you guys. This was an actual thing that happened. This film is based on a true story. And my number one gripe with this film, we're already starting hot out the gates. Oh my gosh. The way that this film puts a murderer in a positive light is just painful to watch. I was cringing at the end of this film. It really made me cringe. I probably look like a Karen right now. But I guess I have to be a Karen for this. This person murdered someone, okay? Whether it was something to do with mental health, something like that, this person actually murdered someone, and the film puts this out in a positive light, and that was kind of disgusting to me. It just really did not sit right with me. I did not like that at all. It was I don't know what I was expecting, maybe for it to not really choose a side. I guess I have to look at it as this being like a fictional thing, but it's not. You know, I could kind of look past the whole entire thing with Ed and Lorraine Warren. Maybe they were con artists. If they were con artists, this movie's pretty fucked up because you just put a murderer in a positive light in a film. But okay, let's not get too carried away with this. Let's start off. Let's I already started off. Let's go ahead and get into the positives of the film. I think Michael Chavez does the best that he can. It is a lot better than La Llorona, the last film that he directed, part of the Conjuring universe. And I have to say, this is one of the better Conjuring films in this universe. I'm probably going to do a ranking of the films, but this is one of the better films for sure in the Conjuring universe. The acting in this film is superb. I love Vera Farmiga. She brings this innocence almost to the character of Lorraine Warren. But I like the warmth that she brings to the character. Patrick Wilson is great, and I like what they do with his character in the film. It adds some much needed tension to the film, and I really enjoyed that aspect. Everyone else was kind of like, it was passable. But, from your two main stars, they definitely brought it for this movie. This film has a bit of different structure than the two other Conjuring films. The other Conjuring films mostly centered on the family, and then Ed and Lorraine were kind of on the side. They pretty much got like equal attention, but in this film, it's pretty much just Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yes, you get some peek into Arnie and what he's going through, but it's definitely different than the other films where it was centered around a family going through these crazy paranormal events. And it's mostly like an investigation. Ed and Lorraine, they're trying to figure out what the heck is doing this. And I like the aspect of it's a different type of nemesis. Usually it's, a paranormal entity that's doing this, but this is different. The foe in this film is different, so I like that. And then there's some pretty good creepy instances in this film. There's some okay scares. It's just it's that one fake out scare that, oh, they're looking over here and then they turn around and then something pops up. It's starting to get old, okay? It's really starting to get old. I'm getting tired of it, okay, Conjuring universe. Stop doing that. Do something else. Come up with another way to scare. Mix it up a bit, okay? Alright? Don't do the same scare over and over. Please. 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 And then again, I really like the added tension with Patrick Wilson's character, Ed Warren. They do this whole aspect of his health being an issue, and it adds some stress to the film, and it kind of makes you think like, hey, maybe one of these characters is vulnerable in this film. And then the climax of this film was pretty cool. It gives a bit of a twist that you can kind of see coming, but when it hit, it was pretty good. I kind of enjoyed it. And then the setting of the climax is pretty eerie, and I enjoyed that aspect as well. They really get into these really cool illusionary. Is that even a word? Illusionary. They do some cool camera tricks and different special effects. I really enjoyed that climax. It was pretty cool. And then the idea of curses, I really like that they kind of explored that. I want a film to really, dive into the aspect of curses, because I always thought it was an interesting subject, and I like that they incorporated that into the film. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the negatives. Michael Chavez is not James Wan. You could totally feel it in the film. They really tried to kind of give it the same type of feel as a James Wan film, but James Wan has a specific style, and Michael Chavez wasn't able to capitalize on that style. If anything, I wish he would have incorporated more of his style into the film, but I think they were really trying a bit too much to try to capture James Wan's style, and it just didn't work, and it was to the detriment of the film. Another negative is that they don't have an entity or a villain in the film that really strikes like the Nun did, or the Crooked Man did, or hell, even Bathsheba was hella creepy. The Annabelle doll, they didn't really have anything that impacted you like that. There's no nemesis like that. Although I like the difference in the type of nemesis in this film, there's nothing that was alright creepy or scary like those entities. They try to do this whole entire thing with cadavers that didn't really work. If anything, it was more laughable than scary. It just reminded me a lot of Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder remake, with that one huge lady zombie. It just reminded me of that. I like that they incorporated this whole entire clairvoyant thing with Vera Farmiga, with her seeing into the eyes of the nemesis of the film and trying to get a link to them, but they don't really do too much with that. I wish they would have done more with that. And then the jump scares, they were just imaginative. There wasn't anything that was new. It was just a lot of those fake out scares, and the use of CGI on especially the opening sequence was I didn't really like it. It just looked too fake. Like, I understand no person can contort their body like that. There possibly could be someone, but it did not look good at all. And then my main gripe with the film is the whole based on a true story aspect, with the case that the devil made me do it, and putting a murderer in a positive light. I just found that super strange. But yeah, you guys, those are my thoughts on The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Do you kind of feel the same way I did? Just feeling uneasy that a film would do this. Put a person, a real life person that killed another real life person, putting them in a positive light in a blockbuster horror film. It was just very strange. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I greatly appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe. Anyways, you guys, this is Everything Horror, where we love to talk about everything horror. Take care, peeps.